Welcome back to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Namofsky, and we're here with Sylvie Rodrigue, and we're talking about her book, Own It. Now, before we went to the commercial break, Sylvie was talking about the fear of the unknown. So please continue.
So for me, the fear of the unknown has been a problem for as long as I can remember, like physically sick from age 5 to going to law school and having to go and do the subway ride before I get to law school. So I know exactly the next day where I'm gonna be. Obviously, changing city. We're gonna talk about this, I'm sure, and in the context of this interview. So the way to get control over that fear. And I know you've asked about the fear of failure, but it's very much connected because the fear of failure is often based on the uncertainty of the outcome. So for me, the best solution for this is to take control. There's no magic trick. You're gonna feel it no matter what, and then that's a recurring theme. You need to embrace this feeling. You need to use the fear as fuel to take control, and it's connecting to being the master of your own destiny. And the first thing to do is to identify, and there's exercises in the book. For me, it works to write it down. What are you afraid of? Why? And then write down your short-term goals, your medium-term goal, and your long-term goals, and make a plan. Identify who can help you reach these goals and really take control of what you want to achieve. That goes a long way into eliminating the fear of uncertainty. It won't be completely comfortable. If you expect that the butterflies are going to go away and that you're not going to be stressed a little bit, that's not going to happen, but you can manage it and you can definitely use it as fuel.
So, Sylvie, what steps can we take to truly be in charge of our own destiny? Because you did that really well in your life.
Yes, I think creating your own opportunities is key. And, and both professionally and personally. I just mentioned a minute ago about the importance of writing down your goals, short term. And the reason I'm breaking it down short, medium, and long is that I also talk about the fact that life is a marathon, not a race. So writing down your goals is in line with this. You can't I'm not saying you can shoot for the moon because I always shoot for the moon or for the stars, but you do need to be realistic as to what can be accomplished depending on the stage of your career, for example. So go back to your list of short-term goal, medium-term goal, and long-term goals, and literally write down the plan and ask for help. This is a key theme in the book because I'll give two examples of taking control of your own destiny. The first one that I write down is about my personal life because my husband was in another province. I had developed my career in a French Canadian market. That's my accent because I grew up in Montreal. And it was extremely scary to not know what's going to happen if I move my practice and my young daughter to Toronto, completely uproot myself. And to conquer this fear and to take control of my own destiny, when I arrived in Toronto, I didn't wait for people to come to me and help me rebuild my network on Bay Street. I didn't wait for that. I went out there, I identified where there was the best network opportunities. I found the Advocate Society, I found the Ontario Bar Association, I scheduled meeting, I created the class action section of the Ontario Bar Association that allowed me to meet a lot of people. I could go on and on and on, but the point is, I didn't wait for a mentor or someone I know to invite me to speak at conferences. I did the research, I did the work, and I identified what could help me take control of that destiny from a professional point of view. And the same thing happened with my husband. We often say women are more decisive, but quite frankly, we had a long distance relationship for a while. And if I didn't take control over who was going to move so that the blended family can be together, we would have never been together. Like, someone needs to make the decision. So that's also part of and connecting it to your goal and who can help you achieve it.
I think that's really important right now that you were saying, you have to step in and you have to create your own destiny. And it's funny because I make decisions and I step in with my decisions, and people sometimes are taken aback because they think, well, she's very forceful, she's in your face. But that's the way I was raised. It was my Balkan upbringing. So I love the fact that you said, we need to take control of our lives in order to change our destiny. So don't go away. When we come back, we will speak with Sylvie a little bit more and talk about her book, Own It, and how she got there.